everybody. My name is Joe Sanford. I'm from the Mohawk community of Tyendinaga Territory, Ontario, Canada. Right now I'm making a snake stick, and this is the one that I'm making right now. And I've still got quite a bit of work to do, but I'm only going to be doing it in the summer months. In the winter, I'm going to be doing some native crafts, some native beading and other crafts that are going to become available that I'm going to be posting. This is just a start. I just started this channel, very inexperienced, but I hope you stick around and keep an eye on some of this other stuff I'm going to be making. Thank you. Bye.
Everybody, this is going to be a video on some of the tools and everything that I've used or am using. This is an Arbortech. And I'll show you what this is. Let's open it up here. This is how it comes in when you buy it. I use this to cut, to thin out the wood. You use this and it goes all the way around. Then you use a chisel to chip it. And then, depending on the thickness of your wood, you just continue doing that until you get down to the desired thickness. I've only got the one blade. There are some other blades that come with it. The other blade that come with it, or that doesn't come with it, that you need to buy, Canadian, it's $85.99 and $20 shipping. So it's about $100, and what it does is it shapes the wood. I'll show you some other stuff here. You're gonna need this bench. It's a job mate. Then you're gonna need to buy one of this here. Now that's a friend of mine's rotary tool. I have my own. I'll show you that. I'm just using this one for now. Then you gotta look at buying a flex shaft. Flex shaft is pretty unique. It allows you to use it kind of like a pencil instead of using that big bulky thing right here. The next thing I did was I bought this. It's 276 pieces. Has a lot of different things in there. I was using the sandpaper, but it was like last 5 minutes and then replace the sandpaper. It's kind of annoying all the time. It's got some drill bits. It's got some cutter. There's some cutters and that in here. But I bought that one. That was separate than the rest. Obviously, you're going to need sandpaper. I just went to the dollar store and bought the sandpaper. It's got different grits and everything. So you get one 120, two 100s, 380 grit, and 260 grit for a dollar. I think it was $1.25, $1.50. Then I got here's my Dremel. This is a Dremel 3000 that I'm using. It's got variable speed right here. Not a bad little device. I can also hook up the flex shaft onto this. The flex shaft was just a cheap one, so I could try it and see if I was going to like it. What else do I got? It's a bit windy out here right now. I was looking at this right here. I got this at Canadian Tire for $10. They have other ones there. They had one for 100. You got the right old rasp on it, and then you got a finer file. Now a lot of the things you want to get, it's Kutzall. Kutzall, they have some really good stuff in here. There's none in this one, but I'll show you some bits here in a few seconds. Here's a bit. This is a Kutzall. Now this one here, there's a black one, and it's very aggressive. It really chews away the wood and everything, creates a lot of sawdust. And this one here is a finer one to smooth things out, and then there's even a finer one on top of that, and it's gold. I don't have any of the gold ones. I haven't used this one as of yet, but I probably will be soon. Then I picked up, I got most of all this stuff off of Amazon. Amazon's kind of my go-to thing. This is some rasps that I got. Haven't used any of these as of yet, but I bought them before I even started working on this, just to have the tools and everything. This is an 8-piece coarse Riffler file set. It's pretty aggressive stuff. Then I picked up some of these burrs. As you can see, these ones are just really small ones for small detail and everything else. I bought them up before I even started, just so I could have a few tools just in case I needed them. Then what I did is I bought a dusk mask. At the time, before I was doing the stick, I was looking at a lot of other stuff. I was looking at rock, because with the Dremel you can use it and you can do stuff with rock. Then there's also mirror and glass. So this one here is good for it all. It's got like a little filter. As you can see, it has a filter in it, so it does it keeps your lungs and everything safe. I'm just putting some of this stuff back in a bag here. I had some, I bought these goggles. Now they also come with glasses, but what I found with the glasses is the sawdust and everything would go inside and get in your eyes. So what I ended up doing is I went out and bought these. Sawdust still gets in there, just not as bad. Then I got these here. Again, this is all before I started doing the stick. A lot of the stuff was all before I was doing the stick. Chisel, just a chisel that I'm using. You can use any chisel. This is a different file set. This one here, I thought that it was coming out of China, so I thought that it would be a bigger set. It didn't say mini on it, but it was. Another thing you're going to want, and that's go with the flex shaft and your your Dremel or your rotary tool is a foot pedal. Now the foot pedal, what you do is you turn on your Dremel or your rotary tool, and once you turn it on, then from there everything is all connected, and you can just use the foot pedal. It's kind of like a sewing machine. You can make it go faster, slower, all up to you. Which I'm going to be setting that up here in a few minutes. Then this was that set that I was talking about. And these are all aggressive. But when I was looking at it, I was looking at the handle. And I needed something that would be able to take down the main stock. And they're really just mini files, but I use that for the hard to get parts of the snake and everything, and see where we go from there. I just wanted to reach out and say thanks to Mike Sinton. He's the guy that kind of got me interested in making the snake stick. He's made a total of 96 to 100 of them, I believe, now. And he has a book out, so I bought the book. And then when I bought the book, I watched all those videos and everything else to learn as much as what I can. Today, before I come out, my Facebook went off, and it was Mike Sinton saying congratulations, it's looking good, and everything else, and giving me a high five and whatnot. So just hoping that when I get this done, I can make him proud. But we'll see how this goes. I'm going to work on this a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to set this up, send this as a single video, or if I'm going to merge the two. I might just do two. It makes it a little bit easier. And after I'm done working on this for, I don't know, a few hours, what I'll do is I'll post them both, and then you can have a look at it. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Someone just bought me off my wish list this nice Fandango tool. I was just using it, and I just broke the strap, so I got to get some more. It really does a good job. This is a Wen. It's $90 Canadian on Amazon. It does a really good job. So what I done on this is, I'll show you, is I thinned this out quite a bit, and I still got more to do. This part here, I kind of started rounding out the stick a little bit more, doing some work to get rid of some of this stuff here. This is that end stuff that's really hard to get, and I was working on a lot of that. And then on this one here, as you can see where I was working on it, the lighter stuff, still didn't get that down and out. But I'm going to see what I can do when I get some more sandpaper. And then this one here, I was working on the knots today. And then what I ended up doing was I thinned out. I started thinning this out too. And this is what I was doing when it broke. I was just thinning this part out here. It's getting pretty close to what I want the thickness to be. And then I gotta, I guess, cut the underbelly. Tomorrow, not sure what time, the tripod light and cell phone holder should be coming in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that all together. I'm going to test it out and make sure that everything works. If it does work, then what I'm thinking about doing is either on Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to run a live broadcast. If you prefer, and I'm thinking around 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh crap, starting to rain. let me know if you prefer on the Saturday or if you prefer on the Sunday, and I'll go with majority rules. And then from there I'll do a live broadcast and answer and question period, and then we can see what we can do in order to answer a lot of the questions that people have. Anyways, I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you either Saturday or Sunday. Bye for now. This is another update. I was working pretty hard today. As you can see, all the sawdust, and it's all on me, and it's all over the place. Started rounding out some of the stuff here. Did a bit of an undercut here, and also on the other side. And then here I started rounding it. It said 60 grit, but I don't believe that it was 60 grit. And then you come all the way over here, and I was doing the same thing. What I did find is this part here was very hard, because it's in cut, to file, sand, or anything. And then of course you got a knot right there, and it makes it even harder. But then I started trying to thin this down. As you can see, there's a lot of scrape marks in that, and that's a knot. So I'm trying to level this all out. Then you have this part here, trying to do that as well. And I got to take this down a little bit more. And then this part, I started this at 2:30, and I'm not sure what time it is now, but I'm guessing it's about 6:30. Also sanded down, filed and sanded this part to get a little bit thinner. Not touching this until right near the end, but now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with this great big crack here. Normally I wouldn't do it, but because of this is my first one, I thought, what the heck, I'll try it, see how it goes, and then learn from my mistakes for the next time. So if it doesn't rain tomorrow, I'll work on this a bit more. I'll try rounding this out a little bit more, thinning down the stock a little bit more as I go, and hopefully I can get some of this end grain down and try to level it out a little bit. I found this in the house. It's a little thing, but all you do is go one way, that way. You don't go this way, you go the other way. You pull it towards you. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow what I might do is I might pull out the tools that I use and show you what I'm using in order to do this. There is something that I am missing, and one of the guys told me or asked to see if I had it, and I don't. And that is, it's a 1/2 inch by 18 inch Wen belt sander. So it would be able to get into all these tight little spots. I'd be able to level out a lot of this stuff, get rid of a lot of this stuff. But unfortunately I don't have the money for it. And then I have to buy the belts for it as well. I still have to get a tripod. I still have to get a cell phone holder and a couple other things. So I'll just have to wait until I get some money and then pick that stuff up. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's a hot one out here. I think yesterday it was over 100 Fahrenheit or something like that, and today it was 40 Celsius, which is over 100 Fahrenheit. For the ones that don't know Fahrenheit, I don't know Celsius, so I stay with the Fahrenheit. Anyways, have a good day. Stay safe. Bye. Well, it's 5:30 now, so I worked on it for about 3 hours. The main thing that I did today, I should tell you about another tool that you need, is going to be an angle grinder. And you're going to really you're really going to need that. What I was doing today was, if you look at right along here, all the end grain, I tried to bring it down a little bit more, sanding and filing. I don't have the tool that I need, and thanks to a guy that's on YouTube, Frank, he does snake sticks as well, and he asked to see if I had this tool, and I said no. And he says, well, it's going to be one that you're going to want. Now I'm going, why? Filing and sanding is not the way to go. So if you can afford that Win belt sander, most definitely get that. But anyways, I was doing all of this, and when I was doing that, I found that it was very, very hard. By having the belt sander, it would be a lot easier for the end grain. Also for, if you look at this part here, how it's a little bit high, and it's hard to get the mini files in there in order to file it. So the belt sander would be the way to go, because you would be able to get in there with the belt sander. So I got most of it. This is all rounded right here. Rounded all this, filed some of the ingrain in there, and you can see here the ingrain. And then this is all sanded, filed. And then you get over to, I guess it's all the way over to about here. Then you can see all the nicks and everything in there. And then I got a crack that I'm dealing with here, so I'm trying to file that and bring that down a little bit more, but that's a little bit harder. And then again, here's another end grain that I brought down, so it's smoother. Then you got this crack, and it's hard to connect these two up. Now I was thinking about using carpenter's glue. In Canada we have 8 times, so I was told, and using a ratchet strap and try ratcheting it and see if that would seal it. And then you got this part here, down along here. I'm trying to get that out a bit, and that will bring down the stick a little bit more. But as you can see here, I started doing a bit, and then you got this here. I was trying to level this up, but a little bit harder. And then I was doing a little bit on this, trying to fix it up. As you can see, I still got this to do. Then you got this part, and the file in here is really hard to get, or the Dremel. And this is where I'm at right now. I just got the tail and this little bit here. As you can see, I filed some of that down, but I got to do the tail on that, and then I got to sand the whole stick. But so far it's time consuming, very hard on the arms, just filing and sanding, because I'm just hand sanding, and then got to round out the rest of it and try to file and get everything so it's all rounded. And then I got to redo the undercut for the underbelly, and then eventually gonna have to bring out the wood burner and burn all the scales onto it. That's going to be interesting. I'm hoping that I have the right bits. Something else that you're going to want to think about when you're making a stick, Mike Stinnett always says, try to avoid knots. Well, this knot right here, it's really hard to get, even with a file. And I can't get in, and the sandpaper really doesn't do that much. The Dremel does, but it seems to burn, and then it's just a little bit more sanding and everything else. So if you could get a knot that's maybe over in this area, so just move it from here over to there, that would be a lot better. And then again, you got a knot here, and you can see how it's coming right here. The knots are really hard. You're trying to miss them with the body, but right once they're placed, it makes it a little bit harder. And then you got to get in here in order to do that. I'll probably work on that maybe tomorrow or Monday, depending on how I feel. And then you got this, and then once this is all done, then it's going to be all hand sanding from there on. The staff, I might use the mini files in order to file it a little bit more, and all that. But all in all, it's time consuming, but I'm hoping that when it's done, it's going to look amazing. And then having Mike Stinnett message me earlier today, that kind of made my day. He said that it's looking good and keep up the good work. Anyways, I'm going to go post this, so I'll talk to you all later. Bye. So here's what I was talking about here. Let me see if I can zoom this out. See, I'm just trying to zoom it here. And then you got this part here. So you round this part out, and then this is all flat. So I got to try to figure out how to round this part out more, and then get into this part. Then you get over to this part, okay? And again, it's the same thing. Then you roll it, and there's that crack I was telling you about. And it's really big crack right here. Again, it's the same thickness all the way. And then I have this part here that I'm trying to thin out. You can see the line where I'm trying to thin this all out. And it's got a big nook in here. I can't get the angle iron in there in order to do that. And then you get over, see, here's another part that I got to thin out. And then again, it's the same thing here. It's all rough and everything, and I can't get the anything really in there to do that. I only have a Dremel 3000. I don't have the 4300. And this is the tail. And the tail I grind it down, so that way I can start working on that. But if you look at the way that you grab it, right, it's right here it's flat, and around here, around this part here, it's rounder. So I just got to try to figure out how I'm going to do that. Then I have to round the body here, round it over here, and then use the Dremel to cut kind of like the underbelly. That's kind of what I'm working on right now. And I understand what you're saying about thinning the main stock down more, but this is still going to be flat. This will be rounded, but I don't know how to round this part out to go with this. Or should I just round this part out so it's really super thin to compensate for this part? That's what I'm thinking about. Anyways, I go send this video to you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Give you an update. I don't have a tripod yet, so this is how I have to do it until I get a tripod. I've thinned this down a little bit. I'm getting ready to round it all out and put the grooves in that in. And then I'm gonna wheel down the stock. And then see where we can go from there. Hopefully we can get a lot more of this done, but we had rain. As you can see over there, there's a puddle. We had rain, and with the rain I had to go in, but I don't work on it a lot. I try to work on it a couple hours a day and see where we go. Anyways, here's your update. Hope you guys are all enjoying it. Leave me a comment so I know what's going on, okay? Thank you. Bye. Hello, everybody. I'm going to work on the stick a little bit today. I talked to Mike Stinnett, and he said to round it out and cut the underbelly. It takes quite a while to do. So I'm going to be sitting out here hand sanding and try to round it out as much as possible. I'm going to do a little bit of a live thing so that people can see, because I'm getting questions on how's the stick coming and everything else. So this is just going to be an update. just going to pause this video here in a second, and I'll adjust the tripod and everything for the stick. Be right back. So what I'm using right now is 64 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to work on the tail part of it here. And it's supposed to rain today. It's a bit cloudy, so I'm hoping I can get some of this done today and get this posted. And then I talked to a friend of mine. She's been helping me on and off whenever I go over to her place, but she's sick right now, so I'm hoping Lori gets better. But when I go over to her place, you'll be able to see her. I'll introduce you to her, and then that way you can see how it goes. But all I'm going to be doing today is just kind of sanding this all out and trying to round it out. And now when I talked to Lori earlier, I told her what I had to do, and we know it's going to be very time consuming, as Mike said. And so all we're going to do is just when I go over to her place next week, what we're going to do is we're going to work on it together. And I'm going to work on it until I don't work on it anymore, and then she's going to take over and she's going to sand. Now she's got 2 young kids, and so between the 2 of us, we're going to try working on it around 6 hours or maybe a little bit more, and then try to get as much as we can rounded out. I want to try to get the stick done before winter comes. It starts getting colder around the middle of September, last part of September. Then you also got October, so sometimes we'll get a couple cold spells in September, and then it warms up again, and then from there then it gets colder again around the middle of October, first week of October, and by that time I'm heading in. As I was saying earlier, I've already started getting stuff on the beadwork. People are placing their orders now for medallions and that, so I'll be making a lot of them. So what I've been doing is I work on this during the day, and then at night I go in, I have a little bit of a nap, and then I get up, and if the hockey game's on, I'll watch the hockey game as I bead for an hour or 2 on top of this. So that way I can get that done. And then and that's kind of what I've been doing for a little bit. It's been raining quite a bit here right now, and with the rain and everything, I've been doing beading in order to get caught up on some of the orders. But as I get the medallions and that made, I'll be turning the video on so that way you can see them, and then just go from there. I've been I'm just learning how to post. Well, to post the videos, all you do is hit upload. Now I gotta learn how to take the different videos and each segment. So let's say I do this here for 6 hours or so, and then I stop the video, and then say tomorrow I make a new video, and I gotta learn how to merge the two, and then merge them, and then do that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Actually, what I might do is might try doing the next time I might try doing a little bit of a live video, just to see how that's done. I've never done that before either. See, when you get old, you lose out on a lot of stuff. And as you can hear, someone's cutting their grass. I think it's my next door neighbor. So right now all I want to try to do is round this, and if I can round this out, then I can afterwards I can look at maybe cutting the underbelly a little bit later once I get this part done. And then as for this part here, I can always take a file and file that down, or I can take my other new toy and sand that out, or might be just using the blade in order to cut the underbelly. So looks like I've got lots of work here ahead of me. Lay down, boo. Lay. I got my dog out here with me. Got to keep him kind of occupied, or else he'll bark his head off wanting out. Now he just gets to explore. Well, this is rounding out pretty good, finally. I've been working on this part right here for the last 2-3 days. A couple hours here, a couple hours there. Hello everybody, I just made it in just in time. Sorry about the other video, my cell phone got full, so I had to delete some. And as I was coming in, this is what kind of happened. As you can see, it's all wet and it started pouring out raining, so I had to come in. So next video I gotta try to release some of the stuff off of this, but the next video what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try doing it live and see if I can't figure that out. Anyways, till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.